just to come 5 a.m. in the morning. So, centering, everything can actually, we believe like everything can be solved centering on Hundo. Because when we are faced with some difficulties and situations, sometimes of what we know there is a solution, right? When we are faced with problems, what we know there is a solution. But problem is, sometimes, and most of the times, we don't know what is the solution. But we are sure there is a solution, right? And God knows that solution. So unless we connect to God, unless we connect based on what God's guidance, then God cannot tell us what is the solution. So that's why centering on Hundo, centering on God's words, many times, God will reveal. Diba sinabi sa divine principle, God reveals step by step. He will not reveal immediately, but He revealed one, and then once you follow that, once you connect to that, and then another revelation will come. Another guidance will come. It's always like this. We experience many times in our life of faith like this. Now, God would reveal quickly the solution, but some kind of a condition, and then again God will guide you. And then meet that condition, again God will guide. So it's always like this. No? So, centering on constant prayer and Hundo. Number 6, he becomes a person who can always reveal through the word about God's hand, sorrow, and pain. The Divine Spirit always connects with God's sorrow and pain. We understand God's sorrow, God's concerns, and then we always have the heart to comfort. We always have the heart to how we can do something, no, about God's sorrow and pain. So that means when we see people who don't know the principle, when we see them, and then how much God suffers. That for a long time they could not yet receive the principle. If we feel like, wow, these people still don't know the principle, these still people don't know our true parents, then if you feel the sorrow and pain of God, this is Divine Spirit. That means we what? Empathize with the heart of God. We always feel God's heart. We always feel any given situation, what will God feel in this situation? So this is what? Divine Spirit. 7. The formation level sermon, merely 6 blessings, is instructive and is a moral sermon. No? That is the formation level sermon. Okay, next. 2nd. So first, people who will be called in the year of Channel book, first they need to become Divine Spirit. 2nd, you must become a person who knows how to mobilize the spirit world. So Channel book era is the era of God's direct dominion, right? No? So thus, God and spirit world want to work directly in this era. Do you believe so? No? How excited the spirit world. Can you imagine how long the spirit world have waited until finally God's dominion will come on this earth? They cannot do much because satanic sovereignty controls everything, right? The spirit world, the evil spirit world was so strong. No? But this time, centering on Foundation Day, centering on the era of Channel book, already, the satanic sovereignty is already gone. Satan is already gone. No? So it's like good spirit world now is like what was mentioned in the Bible. In the last days, no? I will pour out my spirit. No? So this time already, how much the spirit world is so excited. I want to work in this era. I want to, and then they will find common base from us on this earth. How much they wanted to work. No? God and the spirit world want to work directly in this era. So that's why we need to be able to harness the support of the spirit world. We have to know how we can mobilize them, how we can be able to get the support from the spirit world. No? These are the people who can mobilize the spirit world. Somehow, when we were doing so many things in the Philippines, and we encountered difficulties. First, can you imagine when we had the first blessing sa Sultan Kudarat, the Interfaith Peace Blessing in Mindanao? And then we came up with a budget, the Premier asked me, so prepare an overall budget. And then this budget came out. And then, can you imagine, we were just talking about like, how do you call it? The scarf. And then we were trying to find out how much is one scarf. 15 pesos. Wow, 15. So if we have 20,000 people, that's already 300,000 pesos. Okay, let's order. Where to get the money? Scarf pa lang yan, scarf pa lang. Then we were talking about 12,000 couples, so around 24,000 people who will provide lunch.
How much per cover?
And then he said, don't worry, God is our sponsor. That's the power actually of belief in the spirit world. Sometimes, unless we declare, this is what we need, this is what we are going to do, this is what we need, spirit world don't know how to support. Actually, Dr. was very proud about Filipinos. You know why? He always make examples. Like, when I challenge Filipino members, so let's say 13,000 couples, and then everybody will say, yes! But if you speak to Chinese, like the Taiwan brothers and sisters,
no.
Everybody, if you said, okay, let's do this, and then no answer. You know why? Because they start calculating. How many days of mobilization? How much money do we need? How many people will mobilize? This is Chinese culture. No? Very realistic, and then they try to calculate, and then the answer will not come very fast. But for Filipinos, yes! And then after that, who will mobilize? Yes! And then, saan ang funds manggaling? Saka na lang yung plan. No? Always like, that's why, why Dr. Young was very proud, because he said, this is what heaven needs. Because even though at the back of our mind, we don't have resources, no? But as long as we unite, then spirit world, heaven can work, centering on that conviction. But if it takes long time to think, and then the spirit world will give up. Okay, you do on your own. Bahala na kayo dyan. Ang tagal yung mag-design. No? That's why Dr. Young was always giving this as an example. Which is really true. Ganun talaga tayo. Pag na-inspire talaga yan, can you imagine when we were talking about the Araneta blessing, we started computing. Before pinag-usapan yun. Actually, I made the overall budget, but I never made a detailed plan where to get. We computed already. If we bring this number of people, how much transportation they will need. Food, yung pinakamura na lunch, how much? Okay, 20 pesos. Budget kami ng 20 pesos for the food. And then transportation, we got the average, let's say around 30 pesos or 50 pesos kada isa. And then we started computing, wow, millions pa rin. Millions. Where to get the money? And then we started, trying to challenge all the tribal messiahs. You have to take care. And then, each one of us need to contribute, when we computed, around $1,000. Filipino, that's very, very big. Sa atin talagang hirap na yan. But then already, okay, so this is your contribution. This is how you will support those participants. Who will do this? And then one by one, make a pledge. Lahat naman nag-pledge. And then later on, nagtanong, saan kaya pwedeng umutang? No?
Conviction.
So amazing actually. This is Filipino spirit. Bahala na. Bahala na spirit. Because of bahala na spirit, that's actually heavenly spirit. No?
Bathala.
This is how the spirit world will work. Actually, sometimes we look at bahala na as bathala.
Bathala.
Na.
Bahala na is negative, right?
Ah.
But this is
Positive.
this is positive because once we say, As long as we follow God's direction, and then spirit world can work, can support. We declare first. No? Declare, and then spirit world will work. Nangyari yan. Not only in Sultan Kudarat. Can you imagine how much the local government of Sultan Kudarat spent? No? First time we held a blessing, and the provincial government separated. They allocated a budget to support a blessing event. We were calculating around $300,000 they spent. Lahat ng transportation, kaya ginamit lahat ng mga dump trucks. Kaya nakita niyo yung video. I don't know if some of you have seen the video. And then all our meetings, everything, they supported, the venue, even the media. Sila ang all the military security arrangement, all the food of the participants, they supported. Even sila yung nag-alala where to get the chairs, addition, because we have overflow. Outside the gymnasium, we put up several chairs, we put up several tents. Sila lahat nag-isip. And they spent for it. So when we say God is our sponsor, totoo nga. God is our sponsor. No? Just suddenly, many sponsors coming. And then, wow, we realize it's not us. We're not the one doing it alone. No? Spirit world, very excited to support. Very, very excited. No? So this is so amazing era, actually. So, therefore, ang bilis naman ng oras. The key to success is knowing how to enable God and the spirit world to work directly. Absolutely connect and declare and believe this is what God wants. Do you think God wants the blessing?
Yes.
Yes, right? Spirit world, the good ancestors, they want the blessing, right? So that's why how much excited they will support. If God cannot support all of these activities, what else are they going to support? So God and the Spirit were very excited to support. Whenever we talk about divine principle seminars, whenever we talk about blessing, wow, Spirit were fully mobilized. No? So the key is the key to success is knowing how to enable God and the Spirit world to work directly. So the human being's power has limitations. Problem is when we say, I did this, I did that, we did this. That's dangerous.
Yes.
In fact, actually, it's not us. No, it's not us. Already God and the spirit world prepared everything. We just do a little. No? Kumbaga, Dr. was saying, our responsibility is just to open our mouth.